Hello lovelies! My name is Auslyn, and today I'm going to be doing my February reading wrap-up. This is my best reading month that I've ever had. I read 14 books in February, which is crazy for me. And it's been really good. Like, I think my average rating is probably around 4 out of 5 stars, which is good, but I'm also, like, I've just been so excited to be reading. I've been loving reading, so I've kind of been rating everything super highly. But when I talk about the books, I'm gonna try to be more, like, mindful of, like, a genuine rating and not just, like, a, oh my god, I love books, I love reading books type of rating. So, I'm gonna go in chronological order. So we're starting out with House of Earth and Blood, which is technically my first romance and my first fantasy. And it was so good, oh my god. It was a bit daunting being like 800 pages, but I loved it so much. I've said this literally in like 3 videos now, but I cried so hard at the end of this book. It's so good. It's more of an urban fantasy than I think Sarah J. Maas's other 2 series have been. But I really like urban fantasy. Maybe it's just because it was the first one I read, but I don't know, I just find it to be easier to understand and, like, obviously a little more relatable. I really like Bryce. I love her so much. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about Hunt. I have to read House of Sky and Breath to really get a full opinion on Hunt. I did really like him though. I would say with that one, prepare yourself for like a very angsty main couple and every other character basically. It's a very angsty story, but I loved it. I loved it. I gave that one 5 stars. And that is definitely like a, I think I actually gave it 4.5 on Storygraph. But I don't care, it's 5 stars. I don't care. It doesn't have to be a perfect work of literature. I loved it. I got so connected to all the characters. Okay, moving on. Next book. Reckless by Elsie Silver. My first contemporary romance. I love Elsie Silver. Oh my god. Literally every book I've read from her so far has been over 4.5 stars. This one was 5 stars. I love Theo Silva and Winters so much. I cannot remember Winters' maiden name right now, but I love this book. I love the reverse Grumpy Sunshine. I feel like that is me and my boyfriend. Oh man, I just loved it so much. And I didn't really think that I would like the accidental pregnancy trope, but I feel like Elsie did it really well. So good. I'm kind of concerned that I ruined myself for the Chestnut Springs series by reading what a lot of people say is the best one first, but that is to be seen. I haven't read any of the other ones yet. My next book, Wild Love by Elsie Silver. 6 stars. Oh my god. Oh my god. God tier. I love this book so much. I love Ford Grant. Wow. Again, didn't think I would love a billionaire mailman character, but here I am. Elsie Silver, how do you do it? And it's so pretty. I love the cover of this one. I don't even know what to say other than, like, it's amazing and you should read it. Very good start to romance. But I'm also, again, I'm concerned. Like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna enjoy another contemporary romance like I enjoy fantasy romance and Elsie Silver. I don't know, like, I've been trying to get myself to want to read, like, Liz Tomford and other contemporary, like, sports romances, but I just can't. I'm scared. I don't know if it's gonna hit the same. Also, I really liked Cora in this book, and I really liked the whole relationship with him and Ford and Rosie. I don't know, I don't think it's that unbelievable that like a 14-year-old or 12? 12? Yeah, she's 12. 12-year-old girl. Like, I really do not think that it's that unbelievable that she would, like, know what a sperm donor is. And I also don't think it's that unbelievable that she would seek out her rich sperm donor for help when her mom is literally in shambles. Like, I think y'all forget what it was like to be 12 years old, because that's not, like, a 5-year-old. The next one I read, I don't have, because I got it from the library, and that is Guillotine by Delilah S. Dawson. Again, 5 stars. So good. February was just an amazing reading month for me. I was finding new authors and new genres and loving it. Delilah S. Dawson's writing is beautiful. I love her prose so much. I was so... like, I could not believe how connected I got to the main character in such a short book. Like, I love it. I love it so much. I've heard Guillotine be compared to Ready or Not a lot. I also think it's kind of similar to The Menu, I think it was. That one's also a horror movie, but it's more like satirical. And it's about these people that go to this like really weird, prestigious restaurant, and then people start killing people. The Guillotine is very graphic, so keep that in mind. But I loved it so much. It was like so cathartic. I felt the revenge. It was amazing. The next one I do have, and that's Goodnight Pun Pun Volume 2. This one was weird. I really like this series, and I'm going to continue the series, and I love the art, but there was just a lot of weird things happening in this one that made me pretty uncomfortable, so I gave it a 3 stars. The next one I don't have is The Viscount Who Loved Me, number 2 in the Bridgerton series by Julia Quinn. And I also got this one from the library. In the moment after I finished it, I gave it 4 stars, but I think I would actually bump it down to 3.5 because I do not like Anthony, like, at all. He's so bland. There's just, like, he has no personality other than just being, like, a fuckboy. I don't know. I really like Kate, but yeah, Kate did not save Anthony in that one. I probably will continue the series, but I kind of, like, I want to start it from the beginning now, but literally every time that I remember to look for Bridgerton somewhere, they don't have The Duke and I, so we'll see. I might end up getting that on my Kobo because I'm pretty sure the Bridgerton ebooks are, like, always on sale on the Kobo store. So, alright, the next one is The Dead Guy Next Door by Lucy Score. This one I, like, could not decide on a rating for. I gave it a 3.5 in the moment and then bumped it up to a 4. And I still don't know where I stand on it. I liked it, but I don't know if I liked the romance plot that much. I want to read another one in the series because I'm hoping that Riley's sister and Gabe get their own book. I think that would be really cute. And I think I would like that couple a lot more than Riley and Nick. But I enjoyed it. I liked the, like, mystery plot, even though, like, it really requires you to suspend your disbelief, like, a lot. I thought it was a really fun time. I mean, whatever. 3.75 stars, I guess, since I can't decide between 3.5 and 4. I do remember I really did not like the third act conflict in The Dead Guy Next Door. I thought it was so stupid, and the man was just being an idiot. Nick, or whatever his name is. I don't know, I just, like, I get so annoyed when I feel like one half of the couple is being, like, irrational in a disagreement. I'm like, oh my god, just fucking get over it. Next book. I do have this one. Strange Pictures by Uketsu. And I gave this one 5 stars. It's definitely, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't know. You know, I don't know if it actually gave me that 5-star feeling. I think it did, like, immediately after I finished it, but now, like, I literally have not thought about this book again since I finished it. So, yeah, I'll probably bump it down to 4 stars because literally I have not thought about this book a single time since I finished it. But I really liked the drawings, and it was a really fast, easy read. I liked trying to solve the mystery. I think that you could solve the mystery yourself, but I think it would take a lot of thought, like a lot. And I was not in the mood to put that much thought into a book when I was reading it, so I didn't solve it. But I was trying. Alright, my next book is manga, Ally by Junji Ito. And this one I gave a 3.5. Some of the stories were amazing and actually did unsettle me pretty deeply, and then some of them were like super boring and I felt like nothing happened. But I think that is also like a cultural difference. Like things that are scary to some things that are scary to Japanese people are not scary to American people. So it's gonna be hit or miss. But the art is gorgeous. Always love Junji Ito art. So that one was 3, yeah, I said that was a 3.5. Next one I don't have, again, this was my first read on my Kobo, and it was The Love of My Life by Rosie Walsh. And this one I gave 5 out of 5 stars. The twist got me so well. The twist, like, I would find it kind of hard to categorize The Love of My Life. Like, technically it's a thriller, but it's not, like, super thrilling. Like, it's, I guess, more of like a domestic mystery, I guess would be what you would call it. I don't know, because like there's no, like, the stakes aren't very high at all, and once the twist hits, there are really not very high stakes. Like, there's basically no stakes at all. Once the twist is revealed, it's just like a man trying to deal with his breaking down marriage, which is not a spoiler. That's literally the entire synopsis of the book. But yeah, the twist literally turns the entire story upside down. Like, I thought that it was set up so well, and it definitely is misleading. Like, it wants you to believe a certain thing, and then like it goes very heavy-handed with trying to convince you that this is the way that the story is, and then it just completely flips once the reveal happens. So I loved it. I connected with the characters a lot, especially the main character. Like, I fully understood everything going on in her mind. I did not relate to it, but I understood where she was coming from. Very good. Alright, next book. Another Kobo read. Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. And I gave this one 3 stars. Again, it was just kind of bland. I don't know, like, it kept me reading. It entertained me when I couldn't sleep, I guess. But, like, just nothing happened. And I felt like the commentary would have been better if it wasn't delivered by some, like, misogynistic loser that literally wants to live in a basement for the rest of his life. Like, I just feel like there was a better vehicle for the commentary than that. I don't know. Maybe I misread it. I don't know. It was just boring, and I was really hoping that the main character would murder the stupid misogynistic NEET, but she didn't. So, oh, it's time for my worst book of the month. Oh. Josh Mallerman, I'm sorry. This is not a personal attack on you. I fucking hated your book. I hated A House at the Bottom of the Lake. Oh my god, it was so stupid. I literally only gave it 1.5 stars because I think that it could be scary to people that have, like, a fear of deep water and things being underwater when they're not supposed to be, but I am not afflicted by either of those fears. So it was literally nothing. It was nothing. It was so stupid. Like, I can't even... I did not find any, like, metaphor in there. I did not, like... The themes did not really strike me. It was just stupid. Like, I I don't know. I don't feel like I gained anything from reading about two stupid ass teenagers falling in love. Like, again, the only like good way that I can interpret this book is that like these fucking stupid ass teenagers thought that they were falling in love with each other, but they were actually just getting obsessed with this stupid ass house under the stupid ass lake. And they confused it for love for each other. But then I'm like, okay, what are you trying to say with that? What's the point in saying that? Okay, cool. What? And honestly, I was pretty solidly like, this is a 2-star. Like, it's not horrible, but I just don't like it. Until there was a scene where these two teenagers, like, they're 17. I don't know why he had to write them to be 17, like, as if that's the only age that you experience young, stupid love. Which, I don't need a book about that, personally. I don't know. But anyways, it was so fucking nasty. There was a scene where they had sex in the house, and Josh Mallerman decided that it was a good use of time and paper and ink on the page to fucking describe the boy pulling out and coming into the fucking lake water. And like, he described the cum dispersing into the lake water. Why would you do that? What point does that serve? What does that do for the reader? What does that do for the characters? Literally, why would you write that? Like, why would you put that in your fucking book? And like, if you really insist on having this stupid fucking scene, then why were they 17? That's disgusting. It grosses me out really bad. Like, literally after I heard that, I checked how much time was left in the audiobook, and I was like, I guess I'll push through just so that I can like actually fully rate and review this book start to finish. It sucked! The ending was dumb. I'm sorry, I'm gonna spoil it, okay? If you don't want to know the ending of A House at the Bottom of a Lake, skip ahead. I'll put a time on the screen. The ending literally was that they found the house above water on the street, and then it just ended. Like, okay, what were you trying to say, Josh Mallerman? Because I did not receive anything from this except, ew! Like, sincerely, I was looking at the good reviews of this book because I was like, what did people get out of this? I am clearly missing something, and some people got a lot out of this. The two things that I saw, everyone was praising the ending. I don't know if those people are just like, oh, an ambiguous ending? 5 stars. Like, I don't know. Me personally, I'm okay with an ambiguous ending if it like makes sense and I understand what like the point of making it ambiguous was and what they're trying to say. Like, I love the ending of The Long Walk. That is technically ambiguous. But what, like, whoa, the house was at the bottom of the lake and up on the street? Whoa. Wait, were they hallucinating? Were they delusional and they were just like hallucinating this house at the bottom of the lake that wasn't actually there? And apparently neither of them have ever seen it on the street before in their lives? How'd that happen? What are you trying to say? And then the other thing that the positive reviews were saying that it was like such a perfect metaphor for young love. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Like, I don't get it. Like, literally the entire plot of the book was just these two stupid ass teenagers being horny for each other and finding this stupid fucking house in a stupid ass lake. And that was it. I hated that book. Josh Mallerman, I'm giving you another chance with Goblin because I bought it before I fucking listened to A House at the Bottom of a Lake. That was the other thing. I don't know if my experience was tarnished by the fact that I listened to the audiobook, but the audiobook was horrible. It was only a 4-hour-long audiobook, which is very short for audiobooks, if you guys didn't know. The actual printed book, I'm pretty sure is less than 200 pages. Why do you need 2 narrators for that? And both narrators sucked. I hated their voices so much. But I pushed through this book so that I could count it for my fucking books and la reading challenge. And then once I got halfway through and I was like, I hate this, I pushed through it so that I could rant about it like this. That's it. There was no reason for me to read this book, and I regret it deeply. Okay, moving on. My next book was Fourth Wing, which was much better. Really a high after a low. A rainbow after a storm. You can literally go back, like 3 videos ago, I said I did not think that I would like this series, and I was pretty sure that I was gonna make videos shitting on this series. I fucking love it! I love it! Oh my god. There is some dumb, stupid shit that happens at the end that kind of annoyed me, but up to that point, I love Violet and Xaden so much. Oh my god. Also, I was wrong in my last video. Violet is 20, not 18. Whatever. I am so grateful to my dad for buying this book for me, because I literally would never have read it if he didn't, and I love it. I love it. I keep, like, trying to, like, subdue how much I'm loving these books, and I think it's because I expected to not like them so much that I'm just like trying to convince myself that I still didn't like them as much as I did, but I did. I rated this 4.5 stars for some reason. It is 5 stars. This book is perfect. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care. Talk to the wall. Literally. Oh my god. And also, if you think the world building doesn't make sense, I don't think you're paying that much attention, because it's pretty easy to follow, and I don't know what kind of stupid hater you have to be like, well, it's just dumb and bad, so it's bad. Like, I don't care. I am not super well versed in fantasy. You can't just drop all this shit on me all at once and expect me to get it. This is spoon feeding it to me, and the moments of exposition actually make sense contextually. To me. Don't care. Love this book. I'm currently reading Iron Flame, and I don't care. I love it. Also, fuck Dane. Fuck you, Dane. I'm pretty sure I hated Dane before you were even supposed to. Like, literally, Violet was like, I think I want to be with him. He's so hot. And I was like, no, fuck Dane. Fuck Dane. Alright, and then my last book that I actually finished is Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. I finished this one technically at like 1 a.m. on March 1st, but whatever. I'm including it in this video. I specifically like dropped the rest of my TBR to read this one immediately because I'm gonna read Wildside when it comes out, and I'm so excited. I'm placing myself on a book buying ban, and you guys and my boyfriend have to hold me to this. I cannot buy any books except for Wildside and Onyx Storm. Those are my 2 exceptions, and after that I need to catch up a little bit because the amount of books that I have is daunting. But oh my god, Wild Eyes. Literally, Ford Grant was at the top of my bookmen list until I fucking read this. And then West dethroned him. West dethroned Ford Grant. I can't believe it. I only gave Wild Eyes 4.75 stars because I don't know. I could not connect with Skylar as much as I wanted to. Like, I really liked the parts where she was, like, bonding with West's children, but her, like, country music star arc, literally could not care less. I'm sorry, I could not care less. The part where she, like, spoilers again, but the part where she gets, like, insulted by West asking her if she knows how to make a bed, I'm like, girl, come on. Ugh, I don't know. But I really, truly, like, I love Emmy and Ollie so much, and when I was reading Wild Love, I was like, oh, I already knew that the next book was about West. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like these kids. They're gonna be annoying as hell. I love the children. I love all of the different relationship dynamics. I love Ollie bonding with Skylar. It was so cute. And West being like the world's best dad ever, forever. So yeah, oh my god. I just like shook my clip out of my hair. Oh, no. So yeah, even though I did not really love Skylar as much, it was still a 4.75. It was so beautiful, and I loved their story, and I did tear up. And I'm pretty sure I cried a little bit at multiple parts, so Elsie Silver cannot fail me. And then I wanted to talk about, I had 2 soft DNFs this month. I am like a mood reader to my core. If I try to like plan the books that I'm gonna read, I'm literally wasting my time. There's no reason. So neither of these I like intentionally DNF'd. It was just like I started them and then I did not feel in the mood to continue them at any point throughout this month. I started No Longer Human, and honestly I started this one because I did a week of reading only pink and red books at the beginning of the month. And this one obviously fit into that, but I did not make it very far in, 34 pages. And then, I don't know, it just has been like a bit too heavy for what I'm in the mood for. It's about a man who like doesn't really feel emotion or express emotion in the same way as most people. So he kind of just starts convincing himself that he's like turning into not a human. So it was just kind of a lot. Alright, and then my other soft DNF was The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. And again, this one is just like heavier than I was expecting it to be when I picked it up. I got a little bit further into this one, like 50 pages probably. And like, I literally did not like intentionally DNF it or anything. It was just not what I was in the mood for this month. So yeah, I definitely will pick them up again when I'm in the mood for them, but it is to be seen when that will be. And yeah, that's all I have for you. A good reading month for how much I read. And I'm very glad that I branched out more. But I feel like my ratings were kind of all over the place. And again, like I said, with TBRs, I'm really bad at planning them. The only ones that I can say for pretty much certain that I'm going to read in the month of March are Iron Flame and Wild Side. So, yeah. Hopefully, this is a good time. See you in the next one.